Yetta, is buying first possible?
It might be.
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward together with the Dekker Team.
We are honored that for over 35 years, we've been able to come alongside you, not only buying, selling, and investing in real estate over 3,117 times, coming alongside you to build your fund, build your faith, build your family, and build your finances, and even strengthen, heal, and flourish inside relationship. This time, we're going to do a discovery.
Nice.
And the discovery is that the strategic choice might be for you to buy your dream home and then sell second. Could be.
Yeah, let's discuss that. Why in the world would you do that?
What if the thing I want, which is why we've done it this way, is really difficult to find? You know, we just had a client that we just helped that had been looking for 10 years for a property that would suit them.
So when they found it, they couldn't go, oh, well, let's sell first and see if this one's still here.
Right. Because they were concerned that if they did that, even if they got a first refusal offer accepted, which sometimes is doable, that's a way of maybe buying sort of first, but you're not really fully committing. They would risk losing it. So really, they just had to get their finances lined up so that they could, in fact, if they didn't sell in time, own both houses if it came down to that.
Right. And there's a lot of strategy and systems and processes that we put in place that may allow you to actually buy first. And one of those is great lending advice. We had a client very recently buy a property that they've been looking for a nice waterfront. They wanted to change locations. We found them one that, didn't have the risk of flooding. It wasn't in the floodplain. That made them very happy. And they went to their bank not only once, but went to the bank twice to make sure, because I was saying, are you sure that's what the bank said? What did the bank actually say? And so they went back to them again and no, you cannot buy without having your property sold. They could do bridge financing, but they could not buy. So it would have been a huge risk for them to buy and then say, well, I'll make sure I can sell my house before.
Right, because they didn't have a backup plan. There was nobody that could loan them money in this case. There wasn't money they could pull out of investments if they had to, if the dates didn't align. So the risk was too great unless the bank said, yes, we will loan you the money.
Yeah.
So when I got on the phone with them, what did I say?
Well, it was interesting because she was constantly in contact with us saying, I still want that property. Is there anything we can do? Are you sure they won't take a first refusal? Because we did. We tried the first refusal route. We brought them an offer. They said
even a really good offer.
Yeah. And they said, no. We're not going to take it with a first refusal. And then Yetta said, would it be okay if I connected you with my mortgage broker that I refer regularly and let her talk to you and see what she can do?
Because it's not about convincing our clients anything. It was just about finding out if they had an option. Were there options available to them that their typical financial institutions said, absolutely not.
And solid covenant, like people that have been working as a full-time teacher and another one as for Department of National Defense full-time, right? So not exactly careers that people get kicked out of.
No, solid people. And so it wasn't making sense to me because I knew their financial numbers, their situation. So anyway, we got our mortgage specialist on it and it took her about 10 days. And then she said, it's all ready to go.
You can buy it now.
You can buy it if you want to. And they desperately wanted to. So then we did that work. And yes, they still had to sell their home, but that was secondary to them.
Yeah, because they could actually, even if their home wasn't sold, they could close on the new one. And that was the secret. And they don't really want to carry two homes, and we're going to make sure their home gets sold to the best of our ability. But they wanted to make sure that they were okay to buy.
Right. So part of the process, which is what we've been talking about, is leave no stone unturned. No stone is to be left unturned if it's up to us.
Unless it's a foundation stone.
Oh, then we'll leave them all unturned. We'll leave them in place.
All right. So we want to invite you to join us on this journey. If you're thinking about real estate or you've got questions, well, we've got answers. Email us.
Or more questions.
Yeah. Email us at Dekker Team, together@dekkerteam.com. And we will connect with you. Maybe you want to, as Yetta said, our YouTube channel is phenomenal. There's full of informational videos that we've recorded all our shows, put them on video, and put them on our YouTube channel so you can get them whenever you want. So you want to go to YouTube, Dekker Team channel.
Absolutely. And so we mentioned that a first refusal sometimes works, but doesn't always work. So just if that is confusing, because I find most people are still confused by this whole first refusal conversation.
Yep.
It really is just making the offer conditional on your house still being sold.
Yeah.
And that's sort of buying your house
First. It is buying your house first. Yeah, for sure.
Sort of.
And if possible, what you might want to do is we look at worst case scenario. So if you say, okay, I want to buy first, I need to sell my house. What would it be like a fire sale? What would be market value? What would be like, oh, we got the dream amount, right? What's the dream amount? What's really true market value? And what would it sell for if I need to sell it in like 30 days kind of thing?
Right. Or possibly.
And
right?
typically that's
pressure.
in 5-10% range.
Yeah. Most I've ever seen is at like a 15% spread, right? So what we know is if you have a $500,000 house, it's not worth $200,000. It's not going to sell there. So you don't ever have to fear it's going to sell at $300,000 less than you're asking if it's a $500,000 house.
But you may have to take $50,000 less to get it sold quick. Now, the beauty is many times we can make that money up on the purchase side if we don't have a condition of a sale.
Right. And you don't always have to make it up. But it is just when we're looking at this to get real, because I know for a fact the reason we always buy before we sell, I'm picky, particular.
I know.
Certain about what I want.
I know.
And so are you.
Really?
Yes. And so it's much easier to buy first than sell first for us. And when we do it, we don't necessarily have the financing in place. Now, we're not recommending do this. Like, sometimes you do things you wouldn't recommend your clients do. However, I know the difference between selling my house and not selling my house is absolutely no more than 15% of what the market is telling me it's worth.
And we're willing to take that.
And if we need to, we're willing to take that. So just be really clear on your motive and your desires, and then we can help you navigate it.
Yeah, maybe like one of our clients, you need a special needs type of home, where you have a special needs child or spouse or something, and you need a specific home. And that's where it's very important to buy first, because it's very hard to go into interim accommodation when you have special needs as well, right?
Absolutely. And so if you're thinking, wow, you guys have just blown me away, this is crazy, well, then pick up the phone. Like we're telling you what to do. Yeah, we are. We're saying pick up the phone, dial Ken Cell
613-867-6058.
Because then we're going to find a custom strategy and a plan that fits you, personalized specifically for you. These are great general conversations, but what we want to give you is the clarity for you.
Yeah. And we're thrilled that you joined us on Life's Inside Track, because when we move forward together, we've got this.
Moving forward with the Dekker Team. Moving forward